And there you go.
Okay, so first thing I'm going to go over with is the physical hardware, just so you guys know where it's at, kind of what's going on. Every floor has one of these. It's a speaker amplifier. Network switch. This is the main controller. It's basically a miniature server. And then this is a miniature network switch, smaller version of this big one down here. This one connects to the fiber optic, and we have a direct fiber line all the way over to basically by the ER. There's a metal network closet over there. Same exact device over there, tying the fiber going to a similar box to this one underneath the counter where the microphone's at. That microphone, basically, we just put a splitter in it. It goes to your old system, goes to that new box under the counter over there, comes across the network to here, ties into this system. That way your microphone's going to both areas. Each amplifier has two zones. One zone we've dedicated to OHH, the other zone is dedicated to Mercy. So floors that don't have Mercy on them, that zone's just not being used. Okay. That way there's the distinction on every floor. Any questions about the hardware at all? Links? All the devices in this building come in right here to this network switch. The only exception is the devices on the other side that are coming over on fiber connected to this same device. It's its own internal network. Doesn't touch the OHH network or the Mercy network at any location.
It's its own standalone
Every
system.
That's correct. And that's why the IP addresses are so simplistic.
So is that basically a router, that little one?
There's actually no router.
No
in it.
router.
Everything is static IP address, so I don't need to route to anyone else's network. Everything has a fixed IP address.
Gotcha.
That way it's not been tapped from any other network resource. So we aren't breaching HIPAA violations, anything of that nature. That's why you have to come in here with a laptop to get to the programming. Okay. On the Mercy side of it, I've been in meetings with them Monday and then again at 10 o'clock this morning. The plan was to tie in, they've actually ran a network connection. They were going to do what's called a SIP network tie-in and tie their phones into one side of it, just like you guys tied in an analog microphone. There's some networking issues that we're basically conflicting with right now that we're dealing with, and it looks like that's going to go away, and we're going to do a similar analog tie-in, kind of like you guys did, except they're a phone interface module. So they will literally give us a virtual phone line. They will call into that phone line, it'll hit an analog input port and disperse to their areas. Eliminating, again, a network tie-in back to them. That's the foreseeable plan for them. Right now it's still a little bit up in the air. Are there any questions about the hardware layout and where everything's at? It's essentially a glorified analog amplifier from that standpoint. No buttons, all the volume controls are electronic. I'm gonna, hopefully you guys can see this. I know
You guys can block this because I'm going to show that screen so you can see.
To log in, system controller. Google Chrome is the preferred method, but it will work with IE or Safari if you have to.
So this is that one there is the actual login there.
That's correct. Yeah. I've already been into it today, so it's definitely logged in.
Okay, when they come down and plug in, they plug it in from
Just anywhere on this network switch, technically on that network switch.
Anywhere on that
Yeah.
switch.
Yeah, and technically if you're on the other side, by that ER closet, where that other switch is just like this one, you can plug in there because it's all on the same private network.
So these are the two places that we have to go to in order to log in.
Yeah.
It's a standalone office.
Yeah, and I just do this one because it's the easiest one to get to, but yeah, technically I could plug into that extra one here, same over in that other closet, they're all the same. So, I'm logged in, I'm gonna log out just so you can see the login process. And I'll get that information to you guys in an email, because it's your information. So this is the dashboard. So when you first log in, this is what everyone wants to see. Basically, it gives you all the statistics of what the system's doing. The key elements for you guys is because we're coming in on analog channels, basically it's no different than background music. The system doesn't know the difference, whether it's a microphone or a CD player. It's just an analog channel. So what we've done, audio distribution. I've set up the Oklahoma Heart Hospital channel 1 and channel 2. One's the OHH microphone, the other one is the Mercy Zone. I don't know if you guys have seen the microphone over there. We put in a little AD switch for you. OHH is always hot, that light's always lit up. And then when you push the button, it activates the audio to this one. That's why I have both of those constantly playing. Okay, that's why those are red. They're in the play mode. Okay, so they're always live. Now, if you're on a laptop, you can do full functionality from a laptop. I can do recorded paging, I can do individual zone paging, I can do all calls, emergency all calls, straight from any platform. So anyone who knows the username and password, plugs in their laptop to any of those 3 network places, they can do 10 times more with this system than just that microphone. So, but for your setup, I'm not going to go through all the ins and outs. Basically, you're using a microphone. So what we really want to concentrate on is how do you adjust your volumes, because right now I know things are a little bit louder than you guys prefer, and just basically some of the ins and outs of that. I just wanted to let you know that this dashboard basically is the ins and outs of what your system's doing, and the key thing is anytime you log into the dashboard, especially if something's not working, make sure that these are set to be constantly playing. Because if I turn it off, it'll tell you it's disabled. And it'll come up, and now it needs to be playing again. Okay, so those 2 elements need to be on basically all the time. And I'm going to go through this tree real quick. I don't want to go into a lot of details because again, you guys aren't using a lot of those functions. But there are some key elements. System parameters, this is all the basic programming throughout the system. Crap you don't want to mess with, quite frankly. Zones, so if you do want to do individual zoning, so here's where I've created the Mercy and Oklahoma Hospital areas. But then those break down. So technically you could call either side of each amplifier on every floor. So there's six amplifiers, so technically you have 12 zones, even though it's grouped into 2 zones. Okay. Cues are if you wanted to put in like pre-recorded cues or pre-recorded messages which you're not using. If you need to schedule announcements, things of that nature, you can actually put in pre-recorded and scheduled announcements in here. And then when holidays, based on the calendar. Class of service, you don't need to deal with. That's if it needs to be able to dial 911, things of that nature, which you're not going to use this for that. Admin groups, not necessary. We've got one set up that's trying to tie into the Mercy network, which that's probably going to go away. And stations is kind of the name the zones. Zones are comprised of the stations. Here's all your different devices. Second floor amplifier zone 1, second floor amplifier zone 2, so on and so forth. So this is the individual devices basically. You're going to see several extras in here. Matrix mixer preamp, that's the device next door that the microphone's physically hooked up to. All your amplifiers have an web interface, which in this case is my laptop right now. Extension 1000. That goes away obviously when the laptop disconnects. And then all the way up to your 6th floor devices. Okay. This is one place where there are some volume controls. I'm going to skip this and come back because this is where you'll do some of your adjustments. But I kind of want to go through the rest of these things real quick. And then we'll come back to the stations. Your amplifier devices are your physical devices. Audio are the actual, this is where you would actually store your pre-recorded songs, messages, key tones, things of that nature. Users are the system users. Keep that simple right now, it's just one admin user. And then the technical logins for login. But keep that pretty darn simple. You start putting a whole bunch of users in there and it gets real confusing. Roles are basically what the users can do. You make an admin user, you can make a daily user and give them less permissions, so the roles correlate to the users. Basically none of that will be anything you do. This is tying to outside phone lines. SIP trunk is tying into a phone system backups and restores, that kind of thing. Y'all won't ever need in there, quite frankly. So I'm going to go back up here to what's going to be important to you guys, and that's going to be actually setting your volumes and stuff like that. So we're going to go into our amplifier devices. A little pencil is your edit. Basically, programming, bunch of crap you don't care about. Station management. Okay, there's your 2 stations. So it breaks down a lot. If you haven't figured that out, that's a very intricate system. It is set up for audio distribution, and then here's your intercom cut level. So I'm going to go ahead and bring these down just a little bit because I do know they're hot. I'm not going to bring them down a whole lot, but that's basically where it cuts the volume at, which negative 10 is still pretty hot signal. We have them turned up real loud to do some testing, and then you always have to save your changes. Okay. Now, if you notice that is per amplifier per zone. So,
No, not amplifier there. Not zone. Which is the difference of the two? This is which?
so I'll take you back into the stations and then I'll show you that. Let me adjust this one since I've been here real quick. Then if we go to stations, so each one of these stations will correlate to first floor, and then again it breaks it down. So then the easiest way to do it is look at your zones. If I go to Oklahoma Heart Hospital, for instance, it's going to tell me which stations are in that zone. Okay, so I did. And I think, I don't know if you included it to them or not, but I did these zone maps on that email.
Can you pull that up from here?
Yeah.
Because it's probably, so there isn't an Oklahoma Heart and a Mercy on each floor. There are just two zones on each floor. So
And
really,
one's issue two,
yeah,
like OHH on two. and
Yeah,
then
that's right.
one is-
yeah. So you get half.
So
Yeah.
on some floors, the second zone doesn't exist.
That's not, okay.
So is there a standard, Craig? Is zone 1 the north half and zone 2 the south half? How does that split up?
Zone one is Mercy, zone two is Heart Hospital, I believe.
So essentially, like on two, there's the OHH zone, which is zone two. And then the first floor,
OHH
on the
zone
second
two.
floor. That's right. Well, on like level two, you got zone one, which is all OHH, and there is no zone two being used for Mercy.
I think
So, like level four would be two zones being used, right?
That's right.
zone one,
We got mechanical rooms and then versus material management.
so Mercy was red.
Oh, no, yeah, right, yeah, you have that.
So Craig, do those plans correlate to, do they designate zone 1 and zone 2 or just OHH and Mercy?
They just designate OHH and Mercy, which then we can correlate. I may have to send you another document that breaks that down.
Can you change those station names? Just say like floor 2 Mercy and floor 2 OHH? That way it's kind of dummy proof here.
Yeah, because if you don't know which one's zone one or zone two.
Right. And you don't need that.
Go back and find out and figure out the,
Yeah, is that customizable, Craig?
Yeah. So first floor. This is OHH. So first floor is zone two. That work?
yeah.
For OHH.
Yep. That zone is on that level, first floor.
And I'll go through and change the rest of us because I don't want to have the same much we take on. And now it'll look like,
Gotcha, yeah.
go in here and it'll look like that. First floor of OHH. Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay. So then this is an overall volume control, so when you're in the zones, so when we were at the station level, that's individual channels on the amplifiers, okay? That's the cut, as though you had an old-fashioned analog amplifier, that's the volume control right on the front.
Yeah.
This volume control is what's being broadcast to all of them via that zone. So that would be like the master volume control over on the far right-hand side that you never want to touch. And it's okay for it to be a little bit hotter. That's why I've got these up hot, because you want to bring it down on a per
And that's
amplifier
at the same
basis.
level, you're saying, yeah.
Correct. So for you guys, pretty much you're just going to be dealing with your heart hospital zone.
Unless Mercy's having a problem, because we'll take care of theirs too.
If they end up doing the analog tie-in, the analog device that they use will actually have a master volume control on it.
Gotcha.
Now, if there's an individual area that's a little bit hot, you may have to go in here and tweak it. Hopefully you don't have to mess with it too much. we'll be available too, and if we need to come down here and help you guys out, I'm available for phone calls or whatever. I'll make sure you guys have my card. If for any reason, I'm gonna show you this, you need to log into an individual amplifier. And sometimes I have to do it for service reasons. Same thing, in each amplifier, the reason I publish the IP address on it has its direct login. That's where my password is. But I want you guys to see the difference. So from the head-end software, that gets you all the system controls basically. Now I'm logged directly into that physical device. Once you're in the device, it's got its own dashboard, which is what you're seeing here. It's just, if you're getting information here, you know you're physically talking to the device and it's on the network. Configuration settings. Again, a bunch of stuff you don't really need to mess with. This is where we do the actual programming, network settings, firmware updates, and then DSP. So I'm going to direct you straight over to DSP. And digital signal processing looks just like your home computer microphone mixer type thing. So you guys are coming into that network input, number 1 over there. That's on the network module. This is just like a traditional analog amplifier. If you're used to the old Bogan amplifiers or whatever, same basic layout, except this is a virtual input. It's coming across the network, it's not physically plugged in. So that's your microphone input to the system. And then this is your actual output, analog 1 and analog 2 to the analog speakers. So this is your, technically, your master control of the volume. The other ones are individual component volume controls. Okay. Yeah, so this one, take that back. This one is my network input one. Analog 1 is the analog microphone. Right here.
And that's coming in on the microphone.
Yeah.
To here.
And then there's all different kinds. We can do a graphic EQ, which I've got most of that stuff set up right now. Noise gates, all kinds of junk that tries to equalize the sound settings of the actual speakers. And again, we've gone in there and EQ'd out the ink noise and stuff out of the speakers and stuff like that. But if you do have some road noise on the speakers, right now we don't because we're clear. That you can go in here and set noise gates. This is where I would prefer you guys call us. And we will come in here and help you. We've got some meters and stuff that we can.
Is there any way to maybe those other ones have all the notes there, but
These
or
things. No, I don't think we can on the device because they're basically virtual inputs. That's the physical connections on here. So those are, for this purpose, I logged into the amplifier and there's no physical connections on it. What you really want labeled, when so we're going to go in here and we can find the actual mixer that's over there. had some pretty boring music
I mean,
playing.
I'm just trying to remember all these web addresses I'm supposed to have to log into every piece of equipment in this building. You know what I mean? Good God.
This will be few and far between.
Let me know about cancel it.
I know. Let me scan the.
Yeah, I'm watching. That's still a whole question. Yeah, this guy didn't even come this morning. No. Not at all. No, we do have that.
So there's your actual matrix mixer
Okay.
that's next door. There's a microphone hooked up to it. I got it at settings that they want to put. So they would actually have it labeled. So that's the actual microphone plugged in. Label it. Yeah, that makes sense. And we did change the color, but I remember doing that, so I was seeing that a little bit. So that's the individual device login, no logout or anything, it just automatically saves, so. I can find it. But then we're back into the station program, so. I know it's intricate, I know there's a lot of details, but for the most part, it's gonna be done with the volume controls and stuff for you guys. And like I said, I'll go through and make those other changes while I'm here, and then tweak those volumes just a little bit.
So essentially, for us though, the zone volume controls, like the masters, we don't really want to affect those inputs, it will affect everything.
Everything.
And so if we have a zone or something, just,
Best thing to
if
do.
we have an issue like on the second or fourth or particular floor, we'll go to the station and find it, and then we can make the adjustment there to
That's correct.
raise or lower just that.
Yeah. Yeah, and that'll only affect that area.
So Craig, real quick, can you just X out of that full close the browser and everything, and Brian, maybe let's have you go back through it. Let's say while Craig's here, right? Like, hey, you just got a call, right? And the volume on level 3 is too loud. What did you do? So let's just kind of have you walk through the paces there. So you're gonna come down here and plug in your laptop, and then you're gonna open Google Chrome.
So I'm gonna back up one step further. So one thing we didn't go over because my computer's already set up. Outside of Google Chrome altogether is under network infrastructure. And that's just something your IT guys will probably want to help you with. Network card, onboard network card. Go to your settings. And your computer's got to be on the same network infrastructure as these devices.
So I'm gonna have to show that to the engineers. Do this to Brian,
Well, and they'll do it each time they have to.
So in order to not, okay.
It gets you
So in
off
order to
of-
get me off of the hospital's network or,
Right.
internet and log me into this network.
You've got to be on the same network range. Okay, and to do that,
Same difference if I'm somewhere outside and I try to log into his system,
Right.
it might not work as I'm on that.
same exact setup, so I go in here, set a static IP address somewhere in this range. I made it 10 so you can do 1.2 through 1.9 or something like that.
That's what I need.
Yeah, I started with 10, so between 2 and 9 you're good, or anything over like 17, all the way to 254. Just something in the same range as long as it doesn't conflict with one of these devices. Get your network card set up on this network. Okay. Now, once you're on the network, and it'll tell you you're connected. And then you'll go to your Google Chrome and it'll let you get started. It'll keep it logged in on your computer even if you're not connected. Admin, and scan.
Type it in.
At least you didn't type in the same long thing. Try capital S. Read my writing.
Alright, capital S, okay.
Things I have down here.
Okay, so now you want to navigate and try and adjust the value on level 3, zone 2, right?
And I'll go through and change those things. Like I say, go ahead and bring it down to -10 because that's what I'm gonna take the rest of them and save it. And little changes make a pretty big difference. So that's why I'm not dropping it down 50%.
Is it instantaneous?
Once you hit save, yes.
You have to save it.
And it popped up right here with a little green window. I don't know if you saw it, but it said the changes were saved. There are a few things that, so when I made changes to the zone and then the doing things that came, it prompted a little box that said download or reboot the amplifier. If it prompts you for that, do that. Reboot, it's not a hard reboot, it's a soft reboot. It takes about 3 to 5 seconds.
So individual speakers, like just one office is too loud. They got somebody sensitive hearing in one area.
The only way to do it at a speaker level is to retap the speaker.
So they all have like 4 or 5 different tabs,
Correct.
and they're all on the same tab.
They're all at 1 watt right now.
Okay. So then, if that's the case, we'll have to go.
Yeah, there's a quarter or half.
So we'll have to physically turn it down.
That's actually a physical wire on the back of the
Is
speaker.
that one now?
Yeah, all of them are set for 1 watt, which at 10 foot or lower, 1 watt's pretty high. There's a lot of flexibility in here. So, but yeah, if you do have an isolated speaker, the other option for that would be if you've got a specific office, which I think all the speakers are in commons areas, so it shouldn't be a big problem. But if you ever do add,
I've worked here 10 years, it happens a lot.
but
Yeah.
if you ever do add a speaker to an individual office, my recommendation is to add a speaker with a physical volume control on it.
Gotcha.
Still tap it at 1 watt. That way, you know, if you tap them all the same, you know very quickly what your load is
Gotcha.
on the amplifier. Because it doesn't matter what the volume is, it's what the speaker's drawing. That's why we always stop them with 1 watt across the board. If you have 30 speakers, 30 watt, I know I need a 30 watt amplifier. Or 40 watts, you always upsize it. These are 200 per zone, and the most speakers you have on any one of them right now is 40, I think, somewhere around there. You have lots of growing room. So if you needed to add one to a specific area or something, no questions asked, you have plenty of room for it. And like I say, individual offices, it's always better to put a speaker with they make some with the volume control right in the middle, they make some where you can put a volume control on the wall, whatever your preference is.
So other troubleshooting stuff, right? So let's say that we have like crackling auto, we call you. You should be messing
Yeah, we
with
get
that
some
stuff.
static or feedback or anything in it.
You can log directly into the amplifier, so find out what floor that noise is on. Because it's usually going to be isolated to a floor or a zone. The easiest way to do that is go into the individual amplifier and look at that audio EQ and see where that noise is present.
It'll show you where the noise is.
Yeah, those are real-time meters.
Oh, okay.
When you're logged into those amplifiers, those little level meters are real-time.
Okay.
So if you're experiencing noise or feedback or something, you're going to see it coming up on those levels.
Okay.
On the metering you're talking about, that
Yeah.
I saw jumping around a
They
little
Yeah.
said if you get any noise or feedback logged onto that amplifier, then you'll see that EQ up there and it'll show you where it's at.
And if I've done audio video work for years, so I know what to look for a lot of times. But what you want to do is, it's a guesstimate at best, but if you can kind of determine what frequency range it's in, if it's high pitch, low pitch, you can simply go into the EQ and filter it out. Which we've done a little bit of EQing in this building. We've got some different structural areas, more glass and different stuff. So I've actually blocked out some of the real high frequencies. When I first powered it up, we had some real high pitch, almost a white noise in the building. And so instead of adjusting it through volume, I adjusted it through a 2,000 to 4,000 megahertz frequency and brought that range down. Because no one can, unless you're screaming at a real high pitched lady's voice, you're never going to get a voice to carry at 2,000 megahertz. So I just brought that filtered range out of it. So that's the quick and easy. Find out where the problem's at, go to that amplifier and try to isolate it there. If you're not comfortable doing that, holler at us. I'll come in here. We can even bring a noise meter and try to, it'll narrow it down to a precise frequency. And we can try to narrow it down even further.
Is there equalizers at the zone levels as well, or not? Just at the individual?
That's it. The EQ is at the actual amplifiers. So yeah, from here, use that as your paging, your area, volume control.
So then, other example, right? Everything's working, and like one of the zones is just silent suddenly. First step is maybe go reboot that amplifier, or reboot. You want to show them how to do that?
The only connection to it is network and power, so the only way to reboot is the power switch. It's right above the power cord.
Oh, okay.
It's a simple on-off switch.
So just reboot the amp?
And so that would be step one, right? If that doesn't work, we ran into that, and it was a loose connection somewhere. Somebody was junking around above the ceiling, and if you pull one of those wires out, you're going to lose that whole zone, right? 'Cause it's all one loop.
Right. And if it's a broken wire, again, traditional analog system, if it's a broken wire, you're going to have audio, nothing. Right? So then you know your break is somewhere between this speaker and this speaker. We've got as-built, I believe we sent them to you.
I don't think we have them yet, but
Okay.
they're there because we used them to troubleshoot that, so I'll get those over to
Yeah,
you.
that's all ran parallel, right? All the speakers?
Solid, straight parallel circuit per zone. So everything in one zone is parallel around. And the case he's talking about, we had a short in the wiring. So we had one zone that was just muted almost. It got quieter and quieter the closer we got to the short. We found the short and then we blow our eardrums out when we took the short off because we had the volumes up so high. We were cranking some music that night. It was some horrible elevator music night. So there are some troubleshooting things. They're the same as any traditional speaker circuit. If you don't know where a problem is, break it somewhere in the middle. And hey, if the problem's good or fixed, then you know it's in the back half of the circuit. If the problem's not fixed, then you know it's in the first half. Just find about the middle, break it again. If that's the case, so I'm going to go back to the dashboard. So this is literally how we did our troubleshooting. I've got test and test down here. Those are some horrible elevator songs I programmed in there. They're like 2-minute audio clips designed this to circulate. Kill the microphones, okay? Unfortunately, you're going to want to do it probably in the evenings, times where you're less likely to have a Coke Blue come through. Turn your microphones off. Turn on one of these 2 music sources and let it play. That'll get you distributed music. It's a flat level music. The volume is the same. The frequencies are different. So when you're testing speakers, that's what you want. You want it to go through a gamut of different frequencies so you can hear the variables in sound, but you want a flatline volume. So that's exactly what these are. They're elevator songs. The volume is flat, but there's all kinds of different frequencies in the song itself. You can play that music through it and then do some speaker troubleshooting. Okay. But don't turn them on in the middle of the day because the volume is pretty hot. Like I said, and again, if you got to go in and tweak the volumes a little bit, you can. If you know you're going to be testing, bring it down to about a -15. And that's a pretty decent volume to test music at. Music will always be hotter than a live mic, unfortunately, because it is a steady tone. We always have to bring up microphone volume a little bit louder because you never know the fluctuation of a person's voice. So it's better to err on the side of they're 10 foot away from the microphone than it is that they're hogging the microphone or whatever. Because you can always back away from the microphone if it's too loud. I can't put you right. I can't shove the microphone in your mouth. Whereas the music is a computer-generated fixed level, so it's always going to be a little bit louder. If you need to pipe some music through to test, that's why I left those in there.
So what if you needed to record a message to test?
If you want to record a message, you can go in here to recordings. Use your computer microphone to actually work that in forever since I've had to do it. So these are a couple that are in there by default.
Lockdown alert, weather alert.
Yeah. Hate to say it.
So to do that lockdown alert, do you actually have to physically come in here and hit that button?
From any computer that's plugged in and running this iPhone. So, and again, those are on your dashboard too. So if you're in a hurry to plug in your computer, pull this up, and we've got a few of them already over here now. Pre-recorded tones, pre-recorded announcements. Okay. If you want to record your own, that's what you figure out. So the question mark is the help screen. Audio, like recording. Play from. documentation on that. I'm at a loss right now, and I don't want to sit here and spin my wheels
That's fine.
and tell you something wrong. It's a function I don't use very often, so I apologize, I don't know. But if you're in here and you want to look at it,
Under navigation bar, under the audio, self-recording.
but it's saying it's like a playback and playback call.
This is not even good.
Say they want to record the message plate, right?
Well, the other,
It'll take about an hour.
yeah, the other thing you can do is pre-record messages and then add them into the announcements. And then it's just a file transfer. Okay, so you just know where you can even do it as a song if it's like an MP3. So there's more than one way to do stuff like that. And honestly, the easiest thing to do is come to your computer. Oh, there's one. We just completed it right fast, right here.
Record page.
So you click that, record it, and then this is pretend is where you tell it when you want it to play back. So if I click on that, then it'll play back in 5 minutes or a certain time. Yeah. And then if you want a page to one of the individual zones, which never came up, but it can be done in here.
I don't know, upload this.
Yeah.
Now,
Put this in for a month or something.
What they do, they go prayer every morning.
so another option to this, just kind of outside of the box for right now. This side of your building, the new building, has voice evac on the fire alarm. If you've got a weather emergency or you've got something else going on, go to your fire station in there on that first floor, pick up the microphone, and immediately cues up your speakers, gives you a pre-alert tone, make your emergency announcement in there. This is a great tool. That's a lot more readily available if it's a sheer emergency. Don't try to get a computer coming in or set it up and announce that there's a tornado that's now already 5
I'll
miles
actually
past.
do it from the actual VR.
Right. So utilize both tools, but for true emergencies, that's your emergency call system.
Okay.
And it's battery backed up with the fire alarm, the whole 9 yards. So
Okay.
all heck breaks loose, that's where you want to go anyway. Okay. This will do it, but that's faster. If you've got recorded stuff you want to put in here, and if you want to make recordings and have me come in and download them into the software, I can do that as well. Because it does get kind of confusing.
Get to that point when they want to, and you have to.
Capabilities of the system, just so you know, display messages. So this program is set up, and if you ever grow into it, you'll definitely want to set up more users and passwords. But you can actually run this program throughout the building on different computers. Okay, have 10 or 15 people that are running this program. Display messages will be, okay, someone initiates an emergency call, tornado. It will display on everyone's computer that's running this software. So you have some, not only audible communications to the software, you've got some visual communications that can go across with it. And depending on your authority level would be whether or not you can stop that announcement or whatever. So, any questions? And I mean, there's a lot of, this is the full admin login, so there's lots of stuff on here that then really pertain to you guys, like the facility and multi-site and stuff like this. So it's also designed to work with school systems and things like that. Multiple buildings, so if you were running this at your North Hospital or whatever, we can network the two together and you can go multi-site site emergency call. Happens more for schools, not so much for hospitals, but the system has that capability, and it, in a lot of cases where your phone system may not interface with the speakers or whatever, this becomes a very useful tool because we can put this in another building, tie it into their speakers, and through software interface, we've automatically tied your phone, your intercoms together. But yeah, key things, I'm gonna just recap, make sure those are always playing. If you need to adjust volumes, go over to your stations, to adjust them at each station. Okay. And to edit. If you ever want to just make sure your appliances are online, this is kind of going back to your troubleshooting. Basically, if you're getting feedback here, your appliances are online. Okay. And if they're online and then there's still a problem, that's where you kind of break it down for your troubleshooting. Okay. It's online, but I'm not getting output from zone 1, first floor. Come down. First thing I always check is the physical temperature of the device, especially since these rooms are cold. If it feels warm to the touch, it likely has a short on their speaker circuit. They do shut down on a short. They are thermally protected. So, direct short, 3 seconds, that amplifier's shutting down, even though it looks like it's powered up and everything. So, that's kind of, but it will typically affect both zones. A direct short will usually affect everything on the amplifier. If it's a mild short, then you'll notice maybe only one of the 2 zones. But if it's something shorted directly to building steel, you'll see that amplifier powered up but no output. That's where you, okay, now I really have to break it down and troubleshoot. So, any questions? And we went over a lot of stuff. And like I say, call me, guys. I'm available to help you out.
So you'll get some literature to us with, so we get some passwords and stuff to log in and all that?
I'll include, we'll do as-built, usernames and passwords, and then I will let you mediate who it goes to.
Yeah.
That's why you obviously don't want it to go out to everyone in the hospital.
Yeah, are we gonna change the username and password, or are we just gonna leave it as that and you guys take it and you can change it to whatever you want? Can we just leave it as admin and security and then you can change it right there, right? And say, hey, I want
Right.
to change my
I'm
password,
fine with that.
and then you guys can make it whatever you want.
Or make it our login.
Make
Does it have to be one password, or can it have, I mean, because we're gonna need, obviously, us.
He was
three-
saying just make one user, right? Make it admin and then make the password something all of you
And
know, so that you.
My
I'd say
recommendation is,
admin, and you
yeah,
got
my
it all
recommendation
in.
is leave that one in there for us to service it.
Okay.
But then if you want to go in and set individual users and passwords, that's on you guys really. If you want to do that, the only thing it gives you is a log.
Seeing who's
So
See who's
if you
in.
log in and you screwed something up, it's going to register that his login did it.
Well, I don't want anybody to know I screwed it up. I'll just blame it on somebody else. So.
Honestly,
I see why you want
I'll
different
probably-
logins now.
Yeah. I'll be the
That
first
must
to
happen
call
all the
you,
time,
guy.
right?
I'm on
Yeah.
here. and
here's
this would
my
be-
thought on this. That little black box that lets you in the door
that
Will
tells
tell you.
tells you who
when.
came in here.
Yeah.
And I don't care at that point what they text.
And we got 2 cameras
Yeah.
with volume,
So,
so they hear everything anyway.
That's why I say, because this
Smart.
is so limited, and you have to be in this closet
That's what
or
I'm saying.
that other closet,
Yeah.
the passwords are almost a non-event.
Yeah, it's not
I
accurate.
mean, leave it somewhat generic. You can
Keep
put
it
a couple
simple.
more in there, just,
So can we just do it? Should we just go ahead and put one in there now so you guys can access, and then
I'm fine with what it is.
that person can go in and do whatever?
As long as you remember.
I'm gonna print a label off and put it on the bottom of that.
I actually did have a sticky note on there. I think the IT
Well, I
guys
mean,
took it.
honestly, I'm good with doing that too, because the only people that are gonna have in this is, I mean, we're lucky we even have the card access.
Yeah.
But
We got the keys, but,
Yeah.
so, and they're not gonna We're not gonna mess with it, only with that, so.
But if you
Yeah,
want
let's
to,
just leave it that, that's what we wanna do.
so if you want it, put a username, first name, last name, email addresses, bogus, doesn't matter. The role is how much power they have. Okay, so admin, operational check.
You have a label with you?
Do not, man,
Well, we'll get one,
We'll get a level on there, put
We'll
it
just
on there.
stick one on here and then go over that other one, stick one on there.
there's nothing over there that has a username or password. It's just a network switch, unless you want it,
We'll say
so,
for you to dial in.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all, just
Okay.
label it on there, that way we'll have it.
yeah, extension means nothing. The only reason you would add an extension to a user is if you wanted your laptop to be a voice center,
Gotcha.
and then add a password and save it.
Alright.
So, and for most, all practical purposes, if you want to do that, make everyone a user. I don't know, for you three, you might, if you want to do it, make yourselves admins on it. If you eventually roll it out to where 10 or 15 people have it to make emergency pages and stuff, make sure you bring them all the way down to a user level. Don't give them any admin.
Okay.
And then their dashboard changes and only the buttons that they can click on will be highlighted. Okay, great. Everyone's dashboard always looks the same. It's just some things will be grayed out based on what level you give them. So, and like I say, these are in there by default. The OB tech operator and end user, I don't even have those logins. Those are in there by plugin. So if they need to, for whatever reason, I'm on site and plug in a laptop and I need their assistance, they use those when they remote in. And they put them in there also so you can look at them and see what the differences are. That's why they have one of each type in there, honestly. So, because they're always going to log in as an admin if they need. Just FYI, worst case scenario, if, so actually when I was in here earlier today, and I'll show you what I did. If your guys, and I don't know about your network or computer department, but if you guys have TeamViewer or your IT department doesn't care if you have it on your computer, if you guys install TeamViewer on your computer and you come in and you hook up to this and then turn your Wi-Fi on, then I can remote into your computer and work on the system remotely, which is literally what I did with Bogan earlier today. So I was on your Wi-Fi, so I got on the internet, plugged in here with the hardwire network connection, I remoted in, and we went through several of the settings earlier today with Marcy.
Okay.
So, but I know a lot of times you can't have TeamViewer on your computer. But if maybe, you know, if you're allowed to have it, then this is a tool that I can use and help you almost immediately. You get in here, start TeamViewer, get on Wi-Fi, plug into this, make sure you're talking to it. You would call me, give me that information, I can remote into your computer, essentially getting into the server and help you out very quickly. I do it for customers all the time. And it keeps me from having to come out on site and you get your answer quicker. But like I said, that's going to be on your computer and limited by your IT department. And if they've got another method, there's a few internet-based remote logins and stuff. If they've got another one that you guys can use, let me know and we can work that way too. TeamViewer just happens to be the easiest one for me because it's free. We'll get all the documentation over to you guys. These are the zone. These were actually given to us by you guys. So somewhere Oklahoma Hospital has these, but they've been very difficult to get a hold of. So I'll send these back out to you. I will get our as-bills, which actually have our wiring layout. We'll email username and passwords out to you guys. And get you all the information you need.
Sounds good.